Good morning friends, myself Saleha Sadaga and I am going to explain you in this video about the electronic cash, about the overview of electronic cash, about e-cash concept, about electronic payment and what are the problems which are related with the e-cash or electronic cash. Friends, as we know, today's world is a computerized world. Each and every activity which we are doing traditionally offline can be done online now. That means each and every activity, even related with the commerce, even related with the commercial activity, can be done with the help of computer or with the help of or by connecting it through the internet. And one of the best example of that with that commerce is a bank transaction that can be done through computers. As we know, banks are moving through computerized work, and the banks are creating the online accounts. The customer has to create online accounts and he has to. Nowadays we know that various banks are moving to electronic cash. That means they are actually creating the paperless cash, or we can say the paperless money which is stored in the card. The cards are issued by the banks itself to the customers. They are actually the money holding cards of a pocket size. They can be itself storing the money, or they can be storing the money associated with the card itself. The e-cash is also mean any kind of electronic payment. That means if we are having a cards with us, we can suppose that we can having cash with us. E-cash comes in various forms, including virtual checks like ATM cards and stored value cards. E-cash is the user's eCash is actually corresponding with the user security features like privacy, like authenticity and non-repudiation. The privacy is maintained by the banks itself. The bank softwares are created in such a way that they are maintaining the privacy. They are associated with various passwords, with various ATM PIN numbers which are actually securing our card and which are authenticating the users based on its verification. The verification is done by banks itself. Next, e-cash concept. What is actually an e-cash means, or how e-cash is generated? Initially, consumer buys e-cash from bank. Now, what do you mean by buying the e-cash? For buying e-cash, we have to register ourselves or as a consumer to any bank. Their bank verifies our documents, and based on our verification, like when we are giving specific documents to bank, then we get authenticated, then we become an authenticated user of the bank. Then bank send us e-cash bit to consumer, or after charging the amount plus fees, means we have to deposit some amount when we are creating the account in a bank. Then consumer sends an e-cash to merchant. Then merchant checks with the bank that e-cash is valid or not. This is an authenticity criteria which each merchant has to follow. Okay, then bank verifies that e-cash is valid or not. This step is done when we are actually doing the transaction with the help of e-cash. Now when after this all verification, the e-cash is actually used, and we say the parties can be complete the transaction, or the parties can buy or sell the things with the help of e-cash cards associated with the accounts. Next is what the problems can be associated with the electronic cash. Actually, electronic cash needs a higher level of security as the terms comes commerce or cash, because we know that cash needs more security. So more privacy are associated with the e-cash. So there are general problems with the e-cash that once e-cash is used, it has to be updated through the bank, and if this is not, the problem of double spending is done. Double spending is what actually? Using a single e-cash more than one. This problem is mainly associated with e-cash, and it can be detected and prevented with the help of update of e-cash. The second problem that we overcome by including unique serial number with e-cash. The problem of double spending can be overcome by including the serial number with e-cash. This serial number will be utilized when you are using the e-cash first time. When you are using the e-cash second time, it will be invalidated. And with the help of this, we can detect and prevent the double spending of e-cash. Thank you.